Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends, and glad you could attend. Come inside, Movie Maniacs, as we take a look at the highly anticipated film of the summer. Actually, my most anticipated film of the year. The big guy's back, yes, Big Green himself, Godzilla 2014, directed by Gareth Edwards, where we get the story of the Brody family that suffered a tragedy at a nuclear power plant, and the dad doesn't think that it was a malfunction, a technical malfunction at all. He thinks something else is going on. Well, we're 15 years later. Dad is still looking for a cause for the problem at the reactor, while his son has joined the Navy and moved on and is trying to live his own life. But he's having a hell of a time doing that when a monster shows up. Yes, the Muto, not one, but two. And who else should show up but the green guy himself, old Godzilla. And we see what happens as the humans deal with these three monsters that are wreaking havoc over the land. It's the best way I can put the synopsis. You can check down below for further plot summary on IMDb if you want. Let's dig right into it. Is Godzilla good? Depends on who you ask. Now, Gareth Edwards, I panned the hell out of his first film, Monsters, though I do have a number of people that I know that loved Monsters. They thought it was fantastic, where I did not. Now we seem to be polarized on the opposite ends. Those same folks, many of them didn't care for it, whereas I enjoyed Godzilla quite a bit, actually. Now, maybe it's because going into it, I knew what to expect from this director. You know, I even though it's Godzilla and you're expecting a lot more Godzilla, you don't get a whole lot of Godzilla, which has been the main complaint. And I will agree, I really wanted more Godzilla, but it just made the scenes that you got to see with Godzilla even more precious and special and a spectacle, okay? But it doesn't surprise me that we got a lot of teasing. I mean, a huge amount of teasing in this film of what Godzilla actually looked like before we actually get to see the big guy. But again, that shouldn't surprise you. Gareth Edwards did something similar with Monsters, his first film, bringing that exact same type of style here. So in this case, it didn't really surprise me. I kind of expected it, and it didn't take away from my enjoyment of the film. The human element in this, the human actors, they do all right with the parts they're given. I mean, you've got a great cast in here. You got Bryan Cranston in here playing the dad. You've got Elizabeth Olsen in here playing the son's wife. You've got the son being played by Aaron Taylor Johnson. Some great talented people. Now, the script on the human part, a little cliche, yeah, a little stereotypical, sure. But overall, I still enjoyed it. Didn't take away from my enjoyment of the film. I liked the performances and how the actors tried to give it their all for the script that they were given. It could have used a bit of tightening up in the dialogue and the relationships, but overall, I didn't mind the human element. And there's some really tense moments in here. There's some fun moments in here. Some moments that really harken back to the Godzilla Golden Age. You know, there were a lot of moments like that for me in here. So, on the whole, I enjoyed Godzilla, really. I mean, he looked great, too, and that was the big thing. Oh, that travesty that was the 98 Godzilla, or 90, whatever that thing came out with the sea iguana, okay? He didn't look like Godzilla except for one shot from the top down in one scene. This guy is Godzilla. He's bigger and badder than ever, looked like the big green guy, and I loved how he looked. I loved the design, and I loved the monster fights when you did get them. The special effects off the charts, folks. You don't need to see it in the 3D distraction. Not that the 3D distracted me, but it didn't really add too much to the film. You can see it in 2D, but definitely see it on the big screen, just for the scale. They deal with scope so well. I loved how they just... Some films like these with the monster films don't quite give you an idea of scope. This one does, and maybe it was because Godzilla was a little bit slower moving than the monsters in it, but really gave you an idea of scale, and I loved that. Every time you saw the monsters, it gave a tingle up my spine. Now, did I want more tingles? Sure, but who doesn't want more tingles, right? So I still gave gave Godzilla 4 stubs, alright? It surprised me because of the first work, how I received Gareth Edwards' first piece of film, Monsters, but in this one it did surprise me. It was fun seeing Godzilla on the big screen, and let's face it, those who are big, huge Godzilla monster fans, this isn't probably the film we were expecting, but those of you who only know Godzilla from the Matthew Broderick film many moons ago, let me tell you, this one's a drastic improvement, and I can't wait for the sequel where I hope we get a lot more Godzilla now that we've introduced Godzilla to all those fans who are just casual fans of the big green guy. So check it out, gotta see it on the big screen, see it for a matinee price, and let me know what you thought of Godzilla. Leave your comments down below, love to hear about it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Love the support from all my subscribers that I've gotten so far for 570. Not a lot, I know, for the amount of time I've been here, but I appreciate every single one of you out there. And folks, if you really want to hear some more in-depth, spoiler-filled Godzilla talk, check out the Spoiler Room, the live Google Hangout I occasionally record. It will be 10 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, Monday night live, Central Standard Time, 10 p.m. We're going to be talking with a full crew, talking about this exact film, spoilering the hell out of it, and we're going to see just how many of the people shared my opinion and how many are going to burn me at the stake. So it should be a lot of fun. Hope you check it out. I'll put the link not only in the discussion page, but on our Facebook page as well. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, folks, remember, till next time, keep that ticket stub.